Hi guys, and welcome to my sketchbook tour video. In this video, I will be showcasing my 10th sketchbook as a whole. I do have to say, before the video actually starts, it's pretty rough at the start of the sketchbook. I have improved a lot since the start of the sketchbook. And if you don't want to see the more rough part of it, you can use the timestamps below to get to the better parts of it. But if you want to watch the whole thing, then just keep watching, and thank you for being here. Hello guys! Today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour of my 10th sketchbook. I had this sketchbook for a little while. You've seen a lot of it on my YouTube shorts, and now you'll be able to finally see it all in a grand sketchbook tour. So this is the first spread of my sketchbook number 10. So whenever I start a sketchbook, I always have this goals page right here, and I'll have a few goals that I want to achieve and get better at. So I have be able to draw full bodies, design OCs fully, get better at line art, and make cleaner sketches, which I think I did pretty good on all of these, except for draw full bodies, because I'm still kind of struggling with that. And then up here we have my start date and my end date. This sketchbook took a couple of months, which is pretty normal since these sketchbooks are pretty thick and like the spreads are big. And then over here on this side, this is like my welcome page, but it was not that good because I've improved a lot in Sketchbook. So the art in it is not awesome at the start, at least. It gets better towards the end, but just bear with me until we get to where I start improving. For what's actually on this spread, we just have like a little sketchbook number 10 and then my persona and a little outfit I designed, which it's not much, but that's just what I wanted to do at the time. Now moving on to the actual inside of the sketchbook. Most of the start of my sketchbook is really colorless and just is a lot of pencil sketches and a lot of fan art and stuff. So that's an OC, that's my persona, and that's about all the original stuff on here. Everything else is either fan art for an anime, a game, or a other artist's OCs. So for some ones that you might know, we got Yuta right there from Jujutsu Kaisen, Child from Genshin Impact, Luffy, and Luffy again from One Piece, Chopper as a human, Chopper from One Piece, and Nahida from Genshin Impact. There's a creator that I watch, I can link them in the description here, and it's Nuna, and that's some of her OCs on this page. So in this spread, I was developing and designing a lot of OCs. Some of them had just come from my dreams, which is kind of weird, but that's just how it happened. This is Luke. I drew him a lot at the start of the sketchbook, but I don't really draw any of these OCs anymore. But yeah, that's him. And then over here is Noah and Lena, but it's an older design of her. I don't like it anymore. And then my persona in a dress I saw on Pinterest, but I kind of want to redraw that because I didn't draw it well enough. Like, I didn't do it justice. And also just bear with me because at the start of the sketchbook, I draw necks really long and I don't know why. So it's just kind of weird with the way it looks. This is some more of the OCs I was designing. This is the modern Lena design and Noah again. This guy's name is Blake, Justin, and Luke. It's really empty at the start of the sketchbook too. I'm just noticing how bland my sketchbook start was. I remember having an art block right here, except I could only draw Sanji. So like all the Sanji drawings on here were the original drawings until I moved on to a different spread and came back to this spread eventually, where I drew a bunch of Kieran from Pokemon Violet. He's one of my favorite characters. And then another, oh sorry, I just shook the camera, but that's another Noah drawing. Oh, the long necks. So there's Tomoe from Kami-sama Kiss, Xavier, I can't remember the name of the game right now. If I remember, I'll put it in here. Anya from Spy Family if she was older. Oh, the necks are awful. Justin, my OC, and Farina. This is me trying to draw some, like, strawberry desserts, which they're fine. They're not my favorite, but they're fine. Ooh, right here is some Hunger Games fan art, because I love that book series so much. It is my favorite book series ever. And then we got Kieran, and we got Nanami from Kami-sama Kiss, and more Kieran. So this is Kafka Hibino from Kaiji number 8. This is another character from Kaiji number 8, but I don't remember his name, so yeah. Kieran, Luke, and strawberries. I love drawing strawberries, and I love strawberries, so yeah. Oh, and a pomegranate that I drew. More pomegranates. This spread is really empty, but it was me in like my 4th of July outfit that I wore, except I didn't finish the drawing and the dress was kind of drawn poorly. I'll redraw it at some point. And then more pomegranates. I drew my persona with a gender bent version because I thought that'd be fun, and Gear 5 Luffy that I didn't finish. Ooh, so over here is lots of OCs and myself. So this is an OC, Eric. He's over here. He originally had blue hair, but I tried drawing him with black hair and I really liked it, so now he has black hair. And there's Luke, and then Eric and Bailey, and my persona with pink hair, which is not a permanent change or anything. I just thought it'd be fun to try drawings at some point. My persona in a more like medieval kind of outfit. Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, and that's a OC I made. And then Will Selfort, I don't know how to say his last name, from Wisteria Wanton Sword, yeah. This was an art study of Nuna Leona, that's who I was saying, where I was just studying some of her art, because I love it. It's gorgeous. And then I drew myself how I think she'd draw me, although I think I could do it better now that I've improved. And then this was for Child from Genshin Impact. It was for his birthday, but oh, I draw him so much better now. It does not look that good anymore. This was some more OC drawings where I designed another OC and was drawing him here, and then drawing Lena here, and more Lena there, and then that's Justin, but it doesn't look like Justin. The gender bent me again, and Yor from Spy Family, and then an OC, but it's really bad of a drawing. I don't like that drawing at all. I think I'm getting relatively closer to my art improving, but oh, this is another art study that I did of Sara Hanayo, I think that's how you say her name. Her art is gorgeous and she animates and it's really pretty. And then this is what I did for One Piece Day, which I can draw it so much better now. Oh, it hurts me to look at these because these drawings are not good. But yeah. Oh, this is, I kind of want to skip this page. I mean, I was going through it here. This is like my Animal Crossing persona, except I tried to draw it with paint markers and it came out really gross looking. And then this page was just rough. It was really, really rough. So I'm probably just gonna skip it. Oh my goodness, we're actually getting so close to my art improving. Like, this is some of where it started to get there. And it was really cool, but this was OC that I actually still draw, Brianna Misato. She is from a thing that me and my friend, Misty for Yufe, made when she came over to my house one time and we were drawing together. And it was really fun making these characters together. I really, really enjoyed it. And there's a lot more that I draw. You'll see the actual spread of when she came over on the next page. But that was a Lumine drawing that I did of like her in an oversized like shirt, and then some bow pose ideas because of the next spread with one of the characters. So this is Syra and Alden, our two main characters of the OC world that we were creating. The original Haiiii drawing is actually in Misty's sketchbook, so I'll probably include a picture of it in the video right here. And this is the original Alden drawing that we did together. What we did is we switched sketchbooks every 2 minutes where we design one of the characters and we'd like talk about what we wanted them to be like. And we had notes on both pages, like writing about them and stuff, and yeah, lots of silly goofy stuff over here. This is really where my sketchbook starts to get actual color in it and fun. This is when I was at Skypiea in One Piece. I am currently on episode 694, I believe. So I'm a lot further now, but I was really enjoying Skypiea, so I was drawing a lot of One Piece. And then we got more Brianna art and then some Alden art. Oh, I love this spread so much. It's one of my favorite spreads. So right here, this is Claus, an OC that Misty designed. He's so fun to draw. I love how she designed him. And I just love this like page because like I put some lined paper and then glued on top the drawing from another piece of paper, and I just think it looks really cool there. And then right here I drew Brianna, who's doing some hand practice up there. I drew Sarah right there. More of Claus. And I love these drawings right here where they're a little bit outdated, not really my style anymore, but I still think they look pretty good. I drew Alden and I drew Sarah in colors with their uniforms for the school that they go to. And then down here I did a Claus drawing and I drew my persona right there. So on this page there's a lot of Vocaloid on it, and the reason for that is because of the whole trend that was going around where it was like, guess my favorite Vocaloid by how I draw them. So I drew Kaito and I drew Miku, and I had like some of the other characters' drawings up here, but because they weren't good, because they weren't my favorite, I erased them and put another Kaito drawing, which it doesn't really look that much like him, which is annoying, but that is him. And then another one of him right here. The drawings under this are bad, so yeah. But Miku, I don't like this one that much if I'm gonna be honest. I feel like her head's too small. And then I drew my persona, which ended up getting digitalized and then being my profile picture for a little bit, which was a really cool drawing, so yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm struggling. Oh, and then this was for a YouTube video where it was, this is your sign to draw your OC as, so I was drawing Alden, like normal, as a kid, gender bent, and a villain. And then over here, I had like just gotten to Water 7, and I met Frankie, and I was really excited, so I drew him. And I drew Aoi from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I really love how colorful my sketchbook actually starts to get throughout it. Because beforehand, it was really bland and just void of life. But now I'm actually trying to draw full bodies in it and adding color and stuff to make it look prettier and more cool, you know, to look at, which it just improves my sketchbook a lot. But this is Alden and Sarah, which I draw them a lot in the sketchbook, and then Fern from Frieren. And yeah, this is like when I actually started to watch Frieren, because I had watched like the first 12 episodes of it, but then I got sidetracked by another anime, I don't remember exactly what it was, and watched all of that, and then I finally got back to watching Frieren. And I got obsessed with it, and now it's one of my favorite animes ever, and I was drawing it a lot here. So we got more Frieren because, again, I was obsessed. And this is an OC design right here, but I really don't like it. I'm gonna redesign him at some point. I just don't think it looks good. So, yeah. This was me drawing my OC Luke for like the first time since like all the way back at the beginning of the sketchbook, but Since I hadn't drawn them so long and since my style had changed so much, it didn't really look good. I might have to redesign all of those OCs again at some point. That's an OC I designed for Alden and Syra's universe, but she does get redesigned later because this outfit was awful. Like, it was actually just awful. So yeah, just don't pay attention to that. That's my persona in a little pose I was trying because I want to get better at poses. I drew Ace, except what the heck is going on with the arms there? Like, what? I can draw in the hands, like, what? I can draw better now, but I do like the shading a lot on this. I think it looks pretty cool because that was kind of like the style I was going for digitally, but traditionally, which is cool that I was able to do that. But just, why? And then I drew Zoro in a Skypiea outfit because it looks so good on him. And yeah, Zoro is so fun to draw. This is like when I first started school, because I did all of these drawings in my science class. And then I did that in my history class where I cut it out of my worksheet. You can still see some of it there. I don't know what I was doing down here. I was just trying to add something. And that was me designing 2 new OCs, but you never see me really draw them again except for like next spread. And then Blake, one of my earlier OCs. This spread is the poopy spread. I don't like it. The only good part about it is the drawing that I got for my birthday from my friend Sharps. You definitely gotta go check her out. I'll link her right here. Her art is awesome, but none of this art is awesome. I had art block while drawing all of that. So this is after my birthday. I got my paint markers. And because of the fact that I got my paint markers, I was drawing in them a lot. And I mean a lot. So like, I was painting everything. And like, I don't think that's actually the best for paint markers, to paint everything in them. So now, when I use my paint markers, they're more like detail bits on my alcohol marker drawings, because I have more alcohol markers than paint markers, so it can go in more detail. But I was drawing a lot of paint markers here, so that was my first paint marker drawing. That was my persona with pink hair again, Ace, but he doesn't look good. That's my persona in my free run cosplay that I got. And then Miku in like a red and white outfit, because I really wanted to draw her in a red and white outfit. I really love this spread still, because I just think it looks really good. That drawing is of Gold Roger from One Piece. I think the colors are very fun and vibrant. This was from a science class where we had to like draw the rules that we had for it. So it was like no touching the items without the teacher's permission. So that's what I drew. And then I drew Sabo right here because I love Sabo so much, especially in my new sketchbook. You'll see me draw him a lot. Over here, this is the redesign of the OC that I was talking about. It was like right here. So that, and then she goes to that, which is just a lot better. I have a name for her. I just don't remember it though. And then this is when I got 200 subscribers. So I did a little thank you thingy for that. And it's funny because I was actually wearing that exact outfit to school, except for the earrings. I wish I had the star earrings. Ooh, this is when in Genshin Impact, the designs for the Natlan characters were coming out. And I love Kinich, so I was drawing him a ton. This is when I was sick and went home early from school, so I was just drawing a ton of Kinich. And then this is an OC I was designing. There was a mess under here. I didn't like it, so I just covered it up, but it looked really weird. Over here, a lot of fan art, redraws of some old art. This is a redraw of an old drawing. I can insert the picture that I originally drew and the reference image, and yeah. And then I redrew that from an old drawing that I did like when Legends Arceus first came out, and I was drawing myself in the game, except it wasn't good because it was a long time ago. And that was another drawing that I redrew from like when I was in class and just doodling one time, and I drew someone like who looked like that, and then I just drew it again here. OC, drawing child from Genshin Impact at different ages, and OC and child, because I was going through a very heavily, like, Genshin-focused phase. This spread is just kind of not it for half of it, so I'm honestly gonna skip most of it and just be like, all creamy, dipper, cat. And that's really all you need to know. This is when I was learning to draw cats. I was studying a style of one of my favorite cat drawers. Here, I'll link them right here. And yeah, I drew a lot of my cats, a lot of cat from, I saw just on, just online, and cats that I foster, since I do foster cats. And I also drew a Mew plushie that my brother got me for my birthday when he went to Pokemon Worlds. You should also check out his channel, and also he edits for a bunch of different channels. Check him out. So on this page over here, we have a drawing that I got for my birthday from Misty Faye. She's such a good friend. She's one of my besties. And a drawing I did in history, which I just glued in. And then I also drew Himmel, but whenever I draw him, except for like one drawing I've done for him, it never looks good. This is a little like receive a Steenie card that I got from my brother when he went to Worlds. And I drew Zine from Freerun and Stark from Freerun. And then I was drawing my friend Dunce, her cats, which you can't actually see the drawing she did for my birthday in the sketchbook, so I'm just gonna like grab it and show. She did it digitally and printed it out, and her art is stunning, so also go follow her. But yeah. Oh, it fell. So over on this spread, I was doing some paint marker drawings. Oh yeah, that was a drawing, I covered up a drawing under here because it was of an OC Alden, but I've learned that my paint markers don't have a good darker skin tone, so it just didn't look right. And then I drew Leafy with paint markers, which I still really like. And then a lot of these drawings, I was trying to like kind of study my friend Sharp's art style because her art is stunning, which I'll do a lot more of it later in the sketchbook too, because I got to take her sketchbook home with me at one point to like, not home, I got to take her sketchbook for a day at school and just kind of study all the drawings in it. But that's mostly what it is on this page. So on this page, it was right before my One Piece project that I was doing for art, and I was kind of like studying how I wanted to draw all the characters on it for. I also did a little bit more of the Sharps studying for her art style right here with this Sabo drawing that she did where I kind of like copied it. And then this was my first time ever drawing Brook. I struggled drawing him, and I can draw him a lot better now, but I also just couldn't draw in pencil for some reason at that time. Like, I still preferably like to draw in pen or marker now because pencil is just a little weird feeling to me now because of how much I draw in pen and marker. But yeah. And then yeah, just a lot of One Piece characters on here. This is the better Brook drawing that I did. Like, he looks a lot better in this. Actually, I think I like this drawing more than the actual drawing for the project. And then I did a lot of Zoro practice here, and not a good Brook drawing, but it's better than the original one on the other page. And then lots of Jinbei, because I hadn't even met him in the story yet, but because I was drawing all the Straw Hats, I needed to draw Jinbei, and he's awesome. So yeah, he's really fun to draw. I really like this drawing a lot. I was doing some Sanji, except I couldn't get his hair right for the life of me. I don't know what was going on here. Yeah, I was just drawing it really feathery for some reason, and I don't know why. OC drawings, that's the one Himmel drawing I was talking about, where he actually looks good in it. That was Gumming, a little Gumming painting I did. He's from Genshin Impact. But yeah, that's all I really want to talk about on this spread. Over here I was designing a new OC for like the same universe as Syra and Alden. Her name's Avani, why did I say that? It's Avani Marina. She is from like a water tribe, so she can control the water, which that's pretty much the whole like kind of premise. Like they have all these powers from each tribe that they get in, you know, like Alden and Syra, the two main characters, are from the Sun and Moon tribe, and then there's Claus, he's from the Fox tribe. And they kind of get like features from the gods that they serve there. But that's kind of what's going on with them. I drew that for Miku's birthday, which was funny because it was on the same day as my birthday party. And then a drawing over here, I don't really like it that much. It was of an OC, but yeah. This page was just kind of struggling. I was trying to draw Alden if he was older here, but I don't know, I don't like it that much. In here, I was kind of drawing all of the Caspian characters. Oh, Caspian's the name of the world for Alden and Syra. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I was drawing all of them. I feel like I made Claus look like too much of a baby there, and Alden looks a little funny too, but I would redraw this now and it'd look a lot better. And then I was drawing some OCs from another OC world that I have, except I was struggling to draw them because I had never drawn them in my style, my newer style before, so trying to adapt them to that was kind of hard without like actually trying to adapt them, you know, like I just drew them as I saw them from previous drawings and not in my own style. Over here I was gonna actually do like this full painting of Kachina, Mililani, and Kinich, but I never actually finished it. And then over here I just drew two of the OCs from Caspian with the girl I don't remember her name of and Brianna. This is when I first really wanted to like learn to animate, and I did like my first animation with this Paimon from Genshin Impact, but it really just didn't come out all that well. And my second animation came out a lot better, which at this moment I've still not gone to my animation class, but that will be my second semester at school this year, so I will get to learn to animate a little bit, which I'm really excited. I was drawing Brianna, lots of like animatic stuff here, so I'm just kind of gonna skip it because half of it isn't even good. This page was struggling. I drew Alden, but like that's the one good thing on the page and it's not even that good. This is when I designed myself, why did I say it like designed myself as a magical girl? And this is kind of like when my channel started to go a bit more towards like the vibes I was wanting it to be, because I was getting like the right text colors and stuff, and I don't know, I was making the thumbnails more cutesy, which is kind of what I want my channel to look like, but yeah. This page was very much struggling because I was covering up the bleed through with a piece of paper here, but I didn't know what to draw, and I think I had art block, so it just kind of didn't look good. And I don't know what it is down here, like it's just not a good page. Over here I was drawing Alden again because I like drawing him and he's very This is when I started to have fun with line art, except for some reason I was using a thin Sharpie to line art, so it's not really the best. I like the way my line art is now, and I like this drawing, but like some of the choices are a little questionable with the line art, but that is... Wait, I'm sorry, I don't know how I forgot his name, but that is Arvin from Pokemon Violet. Yeah, and then I drew Dunhung, like in his dragon form, but if his hair was still short. I drew Boothill from Honkai Star Rail. These are both from Honkai Star Rail. I drew Hal from Howl's Moving Castle. Some random girl from my imagination. I was in the car, I didn't have a reference. And I drew myself, this was in school, again without a reference, and I don't like it that much. This was a drawing of a plushie that I have, that my friend Dunce got me here. Let me grab it. I love this plushie so much. He's right here. Oh, you can't really see him properly, but he's here. He's fun. Duck Taglia is awesome. But yeah, I really like the colors I used on this spread a lot. This page was struggling. The line art is really ugly, and I don't like it. This is when I drew one of my friends. She's very fun to draw because she has lots of layers in her hair. From Imagination, and then this guy is from Wuthering Waves. I don't remember his name because I barely even play the game, at the moment at least. This is when I was drawing art for my friend's fan fiction that she made. Like, I normally don't draw that kind of stuff, but it was for her and she was really excited about it, so that's what I did draw. But yeah, I realize how weird it looks to people who don't get it, but yeah, anyways. This is when I was redesigning some of the OCs that I have with Solace and, what's her name? Miyako, yeah. And then I drew a little bit of Kai right here, except I didn't really like draw him, I just drew Chibi Kai. But Solace changes even more, and I've drawn him a bit in my new sketchbook. I've not drawn Miyako yet, but even though I redesigned her, I still feel like I just kind of like want to completely redesign her. Because like I redesigned her in the sense that made it easier for me to draw her in my style. But now I kind of want to redesign her in a way that like completely, you know, because I don't like the way she looks anymore. I don't think it fits what I was trying to go for originally, you know? So, yeah. Over here now I was just talking about kind of like the characters, things about them. So if you want to read any of that, you can pause the video right here. This was when I was planning some animatic stuff for these characters, but I never really finished it, and I don't know if I will ever finish it. But that's kind of what was going on. That was an OC I designed who I never really drew again, so he's not really relevant. That was a redesign of Lena from the earlier parts of my sketchbook, which I still don't ever draw her again. And then that was a drawing that I did for a profile picture for a little bit. And then I had a collage pen drawing I did, which I really like all the little details around him. I think it was really cool. Ooh, this spread is really fun and colorful, and I like it a lot. I was drawing a lot of Haiiii and Pokemon. So we got Tendo and Tsukishima, and more Tendo but with his hair down, and Bokuto and Tadashi, and yeah, those are all the Haiiii characters. And then from Pokemon we got Lily and Gladion and Kukui and Kieran and Guzma and Kieran, and then I drew Alban, and I drew my friend again, and then I drew me with like really, really big glasses because I thought it'd be fun. But yeah. This is when I was designing an OC, Jace, and he was very fun to design. I really like him. He's very silly goofy. I don't draw him as much anymore, but yeah, I really like this spread, but on the other hand, I hate this spread because all the Pokemon drawings on this spread were like my study, my trying to practice before I drew the actual characters. But then this spread just came out kind of like trash, and I really hate it, so yeah, we're just gonna skip it. This was for a history project that I did. We had to like design an immigrant, and so I designed one and have all the details about her right here. And then I was doing more Jace drawings over here. I was using the markers from my friend Misty Faye, and I think that when they bled onto here from like after they were used and like left these yellow marks on the paper, which kind of looks cool, but it wasn't intentional. So yeah, I was drawing a lot of highlighter here, which now I have like these markers that I got from Dunce that I mainly use to draw with if I'm drawing a marker now, but that's what I was using at the time. And then over here on the spread, there's some kimono designs for IMA, the immigrant project girl. And yeah, this is when I went to Misty's house and she started this sketch, and then I lined it. And then she also did the sketch for this, and I lined it and colored it. And then I drew child over here and child over here again because I was in another Genshin phase and he's one of my favorite characters. This is when I was at her house and I drew Sanji. I was drawing a lot of child over here in like an updated kind of style. I really like it. And then I drew Dazai over here, Tendo, child, and myself in like an updated outfit. And oh, you can see this is when I started to get into Epic the musical because we have lyrics to Ruthlessness right here, which if you haven't listened to Epic, go listen to it because it's awesome. I was designing a new OC over here. I changed his name, I think, later in the sketchbook, or something like that, but yeah, he was really fun to draw. And then I drew Claus right here, like wearing his glasses, because, oh yeah, he's from the Caspian universe, he's a teacher, he's a science teacher. But like his whole thing is that science teachers are always like, oh, don't wear baggy clothing in the lab, don't wear baggy clothing in the lab, but he wears really baggy clothing and then has like longer hair, so I just thought it was like a little funny thing to do. And then yeah, Claus wearing his glasses because I think that he would be like one of his favorite students. And then a video that me and Missy did when I was at her house, and another drawing of him. Lots more Elio drawings because like that's what I went with, Elio, but like for some reason I didn't put an I in the spelling, so it looked really weird, so that's what it was. I changed the spelling. And then I drew Alden, but it doesn't look like him, and then I tried to draw like a person in class, except it was really weird. And then I drew Kieran there. And this is some Epic drawings I did, except most of them really ugly. Like, I don't know why I was drawing Telemachus right like that, but it's not good. I like that Odysseus one though, and maybe that Odysseus, I like that one more. This is when I was drawing some of my favorite YouTubers, which I will do again. I will post a video of this again. I don't know if it will be out by the time I already post this video, but I have a lot more planned of people I want to do under this sticky note, but for some reason I only did 3 of them. So I will do it again. I will be back, but this is one of my favorite YouTubers, Amy Tori. She's actually like such a good artist. I highly recommend you go check her out because her art is fantastic. And just, yeah, please go check her out. I did Here Comes Ko because her art is also beautiful. And then I also drew, they have a lot of names that they go by on the internet. Like, Jumpy June is one of them I can think of off the top of my head, but I'll link them as well. Over here I drew Zoro, and I was drawing a lot of Dobby at this time because for some reason my page had a lot of My Hero in it. And then I drew Elio right here, and I drew Kaya right here. And then the drawings under this I think weren't good. Well, okay, on this side it was good. Like, I liked these, and then this is a drawing Dunce did in my sketchbook. And then that was a drawing of, what's his name? Jace. Yeah, I was drawing Jace right here, but I don't think it looks too much like him. The rest of the drawings are bad. This page, I was kind of going through it, and I had a drawing of a painting of Gaming again, except this one's a lot better than the last one. I drew Jace here, but I don't like it. I redesigned an SE there, but it wasn't good. Yeah, none of those were really good, if I'm gonna be honest. Over here I drew Miku, but the line work looks a little odd. And then I drew Raiden right here, and I drew Ace right here, and I drew one of my friends right here, and I drew Kazuha from Genshin Impact, and OC, who you'll see a lot of on the next page. And I originally started to do Inktober in my sketchbook, but then for my art class, we actually got a separate sketchbook to do all of our Inktober drawings in, which I will show in a video. I don't know if it'll be out by now, but I have to redo some of them because it was like, since I couldn't just take my time on it and go a little past October for it, I had to finish it really fast with some of the drawings, so half of them don't look too good. So before I show the video on YouTube, I would like to redraw some of them. But I still don't have my sketchbook yet. Like, I don't have it back because it's still being graded. So, yeah. And then I drew, Solus, which is one of my C's, before, like, cause he's, like, kind of, like, mind-controlled by this demon guy, and it was before he fully was, like, controlled and crazy, so that's just kind of what I was drawing there. So this is with the OC that I was drawing, like, a lot of her. Her name is Yara Plume. I was drawing a lot of her. She's really fun. I really like drawing wings. They're really fun to draw. And then I was drawing, like, myself, but with how my hair actually kind of looks, which I know a lot of people don't like it when people draw themselves not how they actually look, but my hair is not fun to draw in my opinion. So I wanted to make it a little bit more fun. Like, hair length, hair color, it's the same, but I just didn't really like the way my hair looks. So normally I don't draw myself like this. And this was still even me, like, kind of fluffing up my hair to make it look more fun. It doesn't even really look much like this, but yeah. Over here I was drawing a bit more Yara, and I'm not exactly sure who this is, but yeah. I was studying more of Sharp's art here. Oh, sorry. And it was like this is when I got her sketchbook during school. And if you see, like, the sticky notes that are on here, a lot of the times that are just kind of random, it's because I have to cover up the names of some of my friends, because it's like their IRL names, and you know, I don't know if they're comfortable showing it online, so you know, just doing that. So I was doing a lot of, like, kind of copying some of her drawings and then applying in a few of them. Over here I drew Circe. She's not from Epic, but I didn't really read the Odyssey at school, so to me she's from Epic. And then I drew Child, and then under here was a bad drawing that I tried to paint with Sarah, but it didn't work out well. So we got Odysseus and I'm a Monster, rah rah rah, and Child, except it didn't look good under here, and then Child and Hermes, cause yeah. This is when I was trying to make my Hermes Wouldn't You Like animatic, which I never finished, at least not right now. I haven't worked on it in like a month, but it's fine. Oh yeah, we're nearing the end of it, because I actually just didn't really do most of it. I never finished this. I might finish it at some point, but I was drawing Luffy, some really bad drawings over here. You can see I was just kind of like done with the sketchbook and wanting a new one. A lot of Kobe. This was during Marineford and stuff, and the drawings up here are poopy, so yeah. That's kind of it though. That's when I was done with the sketchbook. So yeah. So that is the end of this sketchbook, but I figured since I'm gonna show a little sneak peek of my new sketchbook that I have, so yeah. So this is my new sketchbook number 11. I just realized that's kind of funny because I put Tsukishima here with an 11. That was not intentional. But yeah, I tried a longer sketchbook this time because I thought it'd be fun to try different shapes, since I'd been using the more square shape for like a full year at that point, because I did 2 sketchbooks with it. But yeah, now into the sketchbook. I have my goals, which were get better at dynamic poses, draw anatomy more consistently, get better at hands, and draw Ace correctly, Ace from One Piece, because there is just a constant theme throughout the sketchbook, so far at least, that I can't draw him the way to look like him, you know, it just never looks right in my opinion. I have some sticky notes here in case I need to ever cover up anything, like how I covered up stuff on the front page, because it was bad. I draw Sabo fine in every other page of the sketchbook. It was just this page that he didn't look good. But yeah, I love this sketchbook. It's definitely my favorite so far. We got Luffy and Kobe and Gear 5 Luffy and Zoro and Egghead Luffy and Sabo and Nami and Sanji, which the common theme throughout the sketchbook is I draw a lot of One Piece. This was during my fall break, so I was binging One Piece, and I think I watched like 200 episodes in the span of a week, which I know isn't good, but I was just constantly watching One Piece while drawing. But yeah, so Yeah. Over here. Because over here, I had just gotten a time skip. And then, like, over here, I think I had just gotten to... No, it's not there. I wasn't there yet. But I think on this spread, I was at, like, Fishman. But see, Ace doesn't look right, Ace doesn't look right, Ace doesn't look right. And then I drew Don Hung, but he also doesn't look right. I drew Luffy, and I drew Sabo. You can't really see him that well. He's right there, right here. I drew Sabo. I drew Luffy again. He looks like a doll, and I don't like it. Fun fact, if it's a yellow sticky note that has a Zoro drawing on it, it's most likely going to be covering up a very bad Luffy drawing under it. I originally was drawing Luffy under here, but then it was bad, so I covered it up, and I drew Zoro. Luffy under here, covers it up, and I drew Zoro, which is kind of funny. But yeah, and Law, he's fun. I draw him a lot. So now this has to be when I got to, what's it called? Punk Hazard, yes. Because I was drawing a lot of Law for Punk Hazard, which is kind of weird because I watched Fishman Island in like 2 days, and then I watched Punk Hazard in like 3 days, and I was watching a lot of One Piece. Because I also watched Marineford in like 3 days, and Impel Down in like 4 days. Because of how much One Piece I was watching, I was really invested, okay? This was like the time where things were happening, like everything was going crazy, and I was just in for it, you know, like, I was watching One Piece like crazy. It's died down a bit now, but I think I just need to get to more, like, good parts for it to be more intense, you know, like, I'm enjoying Dressrosa right now. But Dressrosa is a bit more slower compared to Marineford. So, yeah, and I mean, I'm so happy because I'm seeing Sabo, and I love Sabo. But funny with this drawing is I had a drawing under it that was originally on, like, the original paper. Didn't like it, so I covered it up with a sticky note. Didn't like the sticky note drawing, so I covered it up with Sabo, because I don't go wrong with Sabo except for the first page. I drew Law, and I drew Law, and I drew Law. I drew Luffy, and I drew Law with his hat. And then I designed an OC here. I don't know what he's for yet, but I was just wanting to draw. I drew Marco, I drew Sabo, I drew Law, I drew a lot of Kaku, which I draw him a lot because he's very silly. Like, he's not a very common character for people to draw, but I really like Kaku, so yeah. And I drew Luffy in his egghead outfit again. This is literally an entire page of Sabo, except I couldn't, like, I know I said I draw Sabo fine on every other page, just, like, at the same time, I don't. Like, these are all better than the Sabo on the first page, but they're still not the best. Like, I have better Sabo drawings later on the sketchbook. And then I drew a giant Hermes drawing because it's Hermes. He needs a whole page. I drew Apollo. I love how warm this spread is. It's really fun. Sabo and lots of hands and Child and Luffy when he, like, shrinks. And then this is when Miss Stife came in here and drew in my sketchbook. She drew Ace, Sabo, and Luffy because they're awesome. And I drew Kinich and I drew Usopp, which, fun fact, it was actually my first time drawing Usopp because I wanted to draw Usopp. Every other time it was either because a friend asked me to draw Usopp or it was because I was drawing all of his friends. Which, like, no hate to Usopp. It's just only, like, at the time skip that I realized how much I actually liked him as a character for some reason. But yeah, lots of Kaku over here. I was drawing a lot of Kaku, and then this was another Misty Faye drawing that she did, and then Luffy and Kobe and Sabo and Sabo and Sabo and like Mini-Me and Sabo. I draw a lot of Sabo. Frankie, that one guy in Dressrosa who's part of the Don Quixote family, and Misty drew that as well. Didn't like the lower half of this, so I covered it up. Law. And then this was a whole page for Solus, because I was actually, like, redesigning him, you know, and I love him. I love this drawing a lot. Like, this drawing makes me very, very happy. He's fun. He's very fun. And then this is like a black and white spread. I'm not even done with it yet because I still have some empty spots on this page. I like this page more so than this page because half of it I did at school without a reference. But lots of Sabo drawings that I did here. I love them. He's beautiful. He's awesome. I love this one. And then I drew that of like my persona in like a witch outfit for Halloween. And I also drew the guy from the Don Quixote family because he's fun. And then over here, I was just drawing this. I don't like this, so I'm probably going to cover it up again, even though I already covered up what was under it. And then I was drawing some Solus over here because he is awesome. So, yeah, that's pretty much all that I have so far in this sketchbook. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll have to see you in the next video.